Hi and welcome to rjpasini.com. Today is September 29th, 2018. My name is Rich Pasini. Today I want to talk about some topics that deal with eBay. And the first one I want to talk, these are the topics I'd like to cover. Intellectual property, counterfeit items, YouTube for eBay sellers, a new look at eBay's return policies, the holiday playbook, and a local man is taken in on it by an eBay scam. That's all coming up. Stick around. Thanks. Well, things happen, folks. This week I got two things happen. I got a trademark violation and I had a return for a printer. And I just want to go over that there. I just want to talk a little about the trademark violation, and I also want to talk about the printer in question that's being returned. Thanks to eBay's new return policy, the buyer just has to send it back. So the thing, I want to say one thing though. In regards to the trademark violation thing, this is what's in question. This little Coach purse. Okay. Now, I'm not a person that knows authentic things, and people might say, well, if you're not sure about it, you shouldn't have put it up. But you know, sometimes you pick things up. Like I think this might have been picked up in a thrift store, and I might have showed it to one of my friends who I believe may have known that, you know, this could be authenticated or not. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It looked pretty authenticated to me. Although I'm going to show you a website where you could check it out to verify it. But I'm glad eBay took it down. I'm not complaining, you know, about this here, because, you know, if it is fake or a counterfeit one, it don't belong up there, and I'm all in favor for it. You know, eBay has that Vero program, and I'm going to talk a little about that as well. But before we get into all of that there and the story about the printer, I want to bump out here and talk about that local story about that man who got taken by eBay scam. So let's bump over here, and for those who are new, I just want to say thank you very much right away for the new subscribers to subscribe to this channel. I hope you keep coming back for more, because the more you come back, the more you're going to learn, because I do cover different topics outside of eBay and stuff like that. I do also the reseller news. I do sneak peek videos, demo videos, and intro videos. So that's enough with that. But I just want to also let you know that I do not read everything verbatim when I go through all these websites, because we will be here for hours on end. However, I will tell you the information where I got it from, the website, and it's totally up to you if you'd like to go back and pick up where I left off. This one here, the website is marshfieldmail.com, and you can check it out. All right, we're going to go with this story right here. Here it goes over here. It says, I know it says March 26th, but it was updated on September 28th, which was yesterday. So it goes over here. It goes on to say, on March 26th, Fred Rista of Marshfield tried to buy a dump trailer on eBay. The trailer was listed for $1,200 by someone who claimed to be an active military member named Megan P. Bennett of Scott Air Force Base in Illinois. The seller required that a payment be made via by eBay gift card. So Rista headed to the store to buy 6 $200 cards. I'm not going to read the whole story, folks. I will say this, though. If you ever have an encounter like this here, where you're buying something and somebody's starting to ask for things of that nature, gift cards, I would say that's totally out of the question. You know, I would strictly use, you know, a good payment service if you're going to do anything, but like PayPal, as far as I'm concerned. Okay. If you're not signed up with PayPal, you should be signed up with them, because they can protect you and so on and so forth. Doing things on your own like this, and it doesn't cost anything to join PayPal, to sign up with them. So when you see a buyer is making a request like this here, cancel it out. Don't even bother pursuing it, because most likely it's going to be a scam. And you know, you can't hold eBay accountable for that there. I mean, you know, we got to use a little, you know, got to do our due diligence when it comes to things of that nature. You know, you don't make payments with gift cards. I mean, that's kind of silly. I'm not saying it's not impossible. You know, it's crazy to do things like that. Some people will probably do that, but on eBay, no. And the other thing is too, folks, you know, here's my take on it, and I'm not saying this in a derogatory way. This is just me speaking personally. When it comes to buying things of that nature, okay, this is a dump trailer. I didn't see the picture of it, but you know, if it comes to buying a car, the other guy was looking to buy. I did another story this where another guy got scammed out of. I think he got scammed out of $17,000. Don't quote me on it, but I believe that's what it was. A lot of money. It's a lot of money. I believe he was in a landscaping business, And needless to say, he's out of 17 G's, I think. I think that's the amount. And to be honest with you, you know, I don't know how his deal went through. For some reason, it didn't go through properly on that other guy. The transaction ID number didn't match up with eBay or something along that line. If you check my reseller news out, I think I have it in one of my reseller news things. I did a story about that. You could read it for yourself. But anytime you get something like this, folks, don't play into that trap. It's not right. If you want to read the rest of this story, I'm the only reason why I'm trying to talk fast and get it going. As you can look on top of here, I got quite a bit of windows open. I want to try to expand a little on each one, so I don't want to make this too long. You can pick up where I left off. The story you're looking for is local man taken in by eBay scam. And again, I'll go one more time, and then I'm going to close this window out. It's marshfieldmail.com. Okay, let's close this out. And I didn't get a chance to read the whole story, but I hope it has a happy ending to it. Most likely, it may or may not. I didn't get a chance to finish it up, but that's why I'm giving you the URL. You can check it out for yourself. Let's move right along. Let's close this window out here. And let me close this one out over here. Okay, we don't want to get to that one just yet. This is the one I was referring to right here. Your listings have been removed for trademark violation, unauthorized item. They give you the information here, and you can see when it says over here, look at it below. Here's the listing that was removed. It was the Coach bag. I put the number there and the woman's purse, and apparently they took it off. And they do give you kind of a warning right over here, right underneath this. Okay, and I clicked on these here too to read them. It says, please be sure your current and future listings follow these guidelines, and keeping in mind that additional violations could result in suspension of your account. Okay, you don't want to go through that type of situation, folks. And you know something? In a way, we should, instead of getting mad at eBay or upset with them, we should be thanking them. And I'll tell you why. Because even if you say, well, I innocently thought this was a genuine bag, you're going to send it to the buyer. The buyer's going to get it. The buyer's going to see this is not a genuine bag, perch or whatever, coach or whatever, purse. And they're going to, notify eBay. Who else are going to notify? I don't know. Maybe they'll notify Coach Company. And they'll say, someone's selling unauthorized, knockoffs. And you could probably get yourself in a problem with that. And I have a window up there. I'm going to talk a little about that as well, about people being sued. It's only the one story. I'm sure there's many others out there, but I'm not going to get too much into it. But this is what happens here. And it comes up to say, hello, shop RJ Pasini for great deals. After reviewing your account, we've taken the following action. A listing has been removed. A list of items that were removed can be viewed at the bottom of this message. We have credited and associated fees with the final value fees for your listings. Okay, the listing or product was removed because it removed appeared to violate the eBay policy. Please remember that you are responsible for the quality and authenticity of the products that you offer on eBay. It is against eBay's policy to sell counterfeit items. Now, if this was a counterfeit item, I didn't know. I wouldn't sell it like that anyway. I very rarely sell this type of merchandise, to be honest with you. Okay. I'm glad they took it off, though. I got to do a little more research on it. The lady did tell me at eBay, she says, well, you could do is you could take pictures of it and send it to us, and they'll, more pictures, and they could look at it, and they'll see if it's authenticated. It has numbers in here. As you can see, this is the numbers right here. Now, whether those are authenticated, I don't know. I'm not an experienced person on that part, but this is what happens. So anyway, closing out of that, let me make sure I'm in the right one here. Is this the one? Okay, I'm going to close out of that. When you click on either one of these here, trying to get rid of some of these windows here, you're going to see let's see the policies here, and there's another one here. Let's see what this one here. Okay, prohibited and restricted items. What you can sell, while you can sell almost any item on eBay, maintain your safety and community is a responsibility we take very seriously. Okay, and then it goes on to say here, I'm not going to read this whole thing. You could check it out for yourself. Go to that site. It's the eBay customer service one you want to look for, and just look for prohibited and restricted items. Okay, and you could check it out, and they tell you right over here what is prohibited and restricted. Of course, adult items. Well, let me tell you something about this here. This here, they have a thing. I don't know if I did it on eBay. The craziest things that sell on eBay. If you see what's selling on there, it is amazing. I was in there, I was shocked to see what was selling in there. I didn't want to repeat it on here. Okay, but man, if you ever get across there and you check out the things they're selling on there, it is crazy stuff. And I mean crazy. You could check it out yourself. I'm not going to I don't even want to put it on my channel because YouTube will probably flag me and say, take that stuff off of there. You got to see the crazy things they sell. And it's on eBay site too. It's on eBay site. You got to see it. I don't want to put the URL up there. You could do your own search and check it out. But anyway, you can see here alcohol, animals, and wildlife products policy, selling art policy. That's another thing. If you sell paintings, now I have paintings, but I'm not going to sell them. I do have like little lithographs and stuff of that nature, but that doesn't fall into those type of categories. Credit card and debit cards policy, and so on and so forth. You can read here. The list goes on. I'm not going to read all of this here. Read our full policy. But you could check it out. If you're in doubt, go to eBay, right? And I think this is the eBay customer service. Look, or just do a Google search. Just write, and if you can't get to this one, just write prohibited and restricted items on eBay, and you'll get this window. Okay. Now I just want to make sure this is the right window because sometimes I close the wrong windows out. Well, nobody likes to see this here. Your item's been removed. Nobody likes to see that, right? Well, unfortunately, it was. Well, that's what's in talk right now. Okay, that's what we're talking about. So let me just see again if this is the one we're talking about here. That's why I said I got to go over to see it because I got too many windows opened up, and we ain't gonna be able to get to this here. Okay, this is it, right? So yeah, you don't like. I don't like seeing these things here. Your listing has been removed, but that's in regards to the Coach bag. So let's bump out of here, and I want to talk about return policy. But before we get into that, I just want to talk about a little more about Coach. Okay, I want to talk a little more about that stuff, and I don't want to get to that one yet. Okay, let's talk about the Coach. Now, as you can see over here on eBay, there's 117,348 results for Coach. Now, how are these authenticated? How are they on there? I don't know. They must have had them, authenticated, I guess, to put them on there. I don't know if this is Coach because sometimes even the company might put it on. Let's just click on this one here and see if the company is Coach or if it's a private seller. Okay, it looks like it's a private seller. It says Trending Boutique. All right. Apparently, if they're saying it's, new with tags and stuff like that, I don't know. Okay. This is why I'm trying to share this with you guys. If you're going to sell branded things like this here, Louis Vuitton, Coach pocketbooks, Michael Kors, make sure they're authenticated, folks, because she was telling me, and I just said, well, okay, I've been on eBay and I'm looking and they have other sites there that have Coach on there. So I said, I was just wondering, she says, well, eBay is going through a lot of this stuff. So you may find some of this stuff here one day and gone the next. I don't know. Okay, I can't speak for those people, but I mean, I was selling, like I said, this little purse was very much to sell, But if it is a knockoff, then by all means take it off. I have no problems with that. But let me bump out of here, and I want to show you another thing too that I was looking at. This here, folks, is watchcount.com. When I typed in Coach, show me here, right? Just in the show me thing here, you could see all the listings that came up for this here. Okay, and look at the watch counts on it: 3,243 eBay watches. Okay, look at this here. Look at this. All right, and this is on eBay, folks. This is all being sold on eBay. This is not this watch count. It says over here, it tells you right here what's most popular on eBay as voted by eBay users. Okay, so this is not like, it doesn't take you to eBay and then you go to Amazon or Etsy, Mercari. This is all eBay. Okay, right now on eBay. See it over here? Right now on eBay. This is all eBay stuff. So I just wanted to talk a little about that. You could check that out. eBay.com, watchcount.com. Let's close this one out. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is, was it this one here? Well, yeah, this is the one I want to get into. Then we're going to go to that one here. I'm going back and forth. I'm sorry, folks. I got a lot of different windows open up. I try to keep in order every time I do it. Everything keeps getting all out of rotation here. This is what I was talking about, the verified rights owner program. Again, if you're a person that sells purses, or if you're going to sell, like I said, those type of pocketbooks or whatever, and they're genuine, make sure you comply with the rules. Okay, it says over here, protect your IP rights, intellectual property is what I mean there, and make sure you're compliant. Okay, and then over here it says, what is Verified Rights Owner Program? Verified Rights Program, VERO program, allows owners of intellectual property, IP, rights to rights and their authorized representatives to report eBay listings that may infringe on those rights. VERO embodies our commitment to provide a safe place to buy and sell, which respects property rights property owners' rights. Okay, and then it goes on here, and you can read the rest of this here. You might want to check it out. Okay, they nailed me. I mean, apparently, but again, if that is a knockoff, thank you, eBay. Thank you. I appreciate it, because for the simple reason is, if you were to sell that there and say, no, this is genuine, it's going to go to the buyer. And the buyer's going to be very unhappy because they say it's not genuine. And then they may even contact, who knows? They may, put a claim against you. They may notify Coach, who knows? You know, my dad used to have a saying, trouble is easy to get into and hard to stay out of. So you got to be careful. Be compliant when it comes to this here. But again, you could check this out. If you can't find a URL, just go type in Verified Rights Owners Program, and it'll bring you to this here. You can click it on. Now, I got to make sure I'm getting out of this one. Let me make sure. All right, so we got this one. I got to click this. I know, I got so many windows open up there. It's gotten to the point where we're almost going to get out of here soon. Where it got this website here is called, it's called Alizia.com. www.alizila.com. Intellectual property. It even got to a point where it got to Alibaba. Alibaba Group Thursday called on vendors and brands to boycott intellectual property agencies that file false complaints to the Badger and blackmail the merchants on its e-commerce platforms. As a first step, Alibaba, which owns Taibo, the world's largest online consumer-to-consumer marketplace, named Hangzhou Weigui Technology Ltd. as an abuser of intellectual property rights reporting system. Alibaba said it will no longer process intellectual property rights claims, lodging at the agencies across the platforms are urged anyone engaged in the agency to stop using its services. Okay, so apparently it's a big problem out there. I heard a lot of knockoffs come out from China, to be honest with you. This is what I heard. I'm not, validating that part there. All I know is what I hear, so I just, relaying it. But that's what's going on here. It says over here. That's the story you're looking for. Alibaba urges boycott of agencies filing false, malicious IPR claims. Okay. Now this came back out back in February 8, 2017, but it's old news, but it's good news because it could still be used. It could still help you out. Let's bump out of here. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go. Let's see here. One more thing with the seller stuff here. This is on Octiva.com. It's www.octiva.com here. eBay seller sues Coach over Vero. Woman says handbag designer unfairly accused her of trademark infringing. And this came out, this story was published on February 10, 2011. I know it's old news, but old news is good news. An eBay seller is in Seattle, excuse me, an eBay seller in Seattle filed a class action lawsuit against luxury brand Coach, accusing the handbag designer of violating the Consumer Protection Act. Gina Kim says the Coach unfairly accused her of trademark infringement after she posted several used handbags for sale on eBay. Now, it goes on to say Kim, a former Coach employee, says she received a cease and desist letter from the company shortly after the items hit the auction site, in which they accuse her of selling fake goods in a letter. Okay, selling fake goods. And it says, in a letter, Kim says officials also asked her to pay $300 to prevent legal actions, according to the news reports. Kidd added that eBay also closed her account at Coach's request. Okay, you can read the rest of the story. You can read the comments on here if you like. I'm not going to get into all of that there. There's quite a bit. And I don't have the time to read all that, but you could check it out, this story here, or if you don't want to, if you can't find it, this is what I always do, folks, when I come to sites like this. I will just remember what it is. I'll do a Google search, and like for example, if you went to Google search, just type in eBay seller sues coach over Vero, and you'll probably most likely get this story from Otiva. So if you want to check it out, go check it out, and you might want to pick up and read up on it. Okay, now let's see here. I just want to see one thing here. Yeah, and if you want to find out about counterfeit stuff, if you go to YouTube, I just put this up there like that. You're going to hear a lot of things about people getting their accounts suspended. How do people list Vero items on eBay? You get a lot of information from these YouTube channels. So check it out in regards to that there. That's why I just put it up there like that. I just threw it out there like a little segue into it. All right. This site here. Oh wait, we got one more here. Oh, look at this. Okay, let's keep this here. I didn't notice one popped out. That's why I said there's so many different ones I got up here. Yeah, it says over here, learn about eBay. Okay, we got that one there. Replicas, counterfeit items, and unauthorized copies policy. When you sell on eBay, be sure items aren't replicas, counterfeits, or unauthorized copies, as we all know. To report a listing of copies to counterfeit items, replicas, please contact us. So if you come across somebody that's selling counterfeit things or replicas, you could call up eBay, and they will, I'm sure, they will intervene, and they will notify the seller or buyer or whatever in some cases, because sellers are buyers also sells as well. It says we have a lot. I'm just going to read this part here. It says we have lots more detail on the types of products that are considered unauthorized in our guidelines. But please be aware this isn't an exhaustive list. Sellers can also selling such items can infringe on someone's copyright trademark, which is against the law and eBay's policy. You could go check it out. Or again, just look for this one here. This is the eBay customer service, and you can read more about that there as well. This is talking more about the Vero program, intellectual property policy, report listings, offer counterfeit items and replicas. Very helpful information. I gotta say one thing: eBay does supply a lot of information. Now they have one over here too. Now I didn't even know about this because I do sell clothing. This one over here, it says we have used clothing policies, so buyers could be confident. They'll be getting clean, stain-free items on their when they buy from eBay. So if you click this on here, now I wasn't aware of this here, okay, and I do have some custom jewelry I'm selling. So this here is something to look into. I'll have to check in more about that there, but yeah, the replica and counterfeit, we'll have to check that out. Let me just see something over here now. Simplify returns. We don't want to get to that just yet. All right, we did this one here. Let's bump out of this. The other thing I want to talk about is the counterfeit site, this counterfeit report. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this here. It's a pretty good website. The URL or the web address is www.thecounterfeitreport.com, and it keeps you abreast of what's going on here, where fakes are found. Right, 61% are found on eBay. 13% are found on Amazon, 5% on Alibaba and AliExpress, 4% on Facebook, 1% on Walmart. All other sites is 9%, and retail stores 3%. Click the website to see what are fakes. So if you click on this here, these are reported fake products. Now these must be people that either eBay's doing it, or people are kind of like, turning people in and say, hey, look, this is what's being sold. I don't know. I don't know how to find it. It could be eBay doing it themselves, but these are the things right now that are reported fake products. Okay. Lidocaine products. And the most recent one was today, Colorsonic Mia. Okay. This was done today in Brooklyn, awaiting review and approval. All right, and it says report as a fake, but these are saying this is coming up as reported fake products. So again, I don't know. All right, but if you look, this is pretty much for the month of September, folks. Look at the things that are coming up. Pretty much looks the same thing. Shim Farmer, Num. Okay, Dr. Num. Okay. These are coming up as fake, but you can check this out, and they have different ones here too. Okay, counterfeit products alerts, animal and pet, antiques and collectibles, autos, so on and so forth. very good site. I highly recommend you check it out. If you do check it out for some reason you're not happy with it, don't come after me. I'm just sharing it with you. But for example, I'm selling that little Coach purse. So I type in here Coach handbags or whatever, and you click it on. All right. You'll get the thing here. It'll say counterfeit products alert, Coach handbags. You click it on here, and it'll show you in some cases the real and fake. Now, when you go here, it says fake reported by our fakes reported by our users. Okay, so now users such as you and I or whatever would turn into counterfeit, this company here, the counterfeit.com report, and then they in turn would notify, they'll put it on their website, keeping people abreast of what's going on. Okay, it says over here, and this is not me saying it. It says warnings and slash hazards. Don't spend hundreds of dollars on a fake Coach bag, which is true. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, of course not. But they're showing you the fake things here. So when you click it on, it makes the picture bigger. This is what an authenticated bag would look like. It says this Coach bag, it was handcrafted in Italy from the finest genuine Python. It's superior craftsmanship, and I'm trying to read off the window here, and attention to detail. I can't make that whole thing. Reflect our comments, or whatever. I can't see that last part there. Whatever it says, something quiet quality. All right. This supposedly is an authentic one here. Okay. Now mine, I will say this. Mine doesn't say in Italy. All right. But again, I am not. Here's the thing. I'm not, like I said, a lot of things are made in China. You could buy, for an example, you could buy a Ralph Lauren shirt or whatever, or a branded name shirt like that, Ralph Lauren or Pierre Cardin, whatever it may be, and you're going to find those items are going to say made in China. This purse, this little purse, which is most likely going to be donated to my church or to a relative they want it, has made in China, but it has a number on it. Okay, it does have a number. However, let me just click this one more time. Okay, the way they have the numbers is a little different, but it has an array of numbers like this here. Okay, mine doesn't say crafted in Italy. Mine says made in China. So, again, most likely this is not authenticated in. And I didn't know. I wouldn't put it up there to try to sell it. I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad eBay found it. You won't see it on there, believe me, unless this turns out to be a genuine authenticated purse. You're not going to see it. Not on my eBay listings anyway. And not only that, I don't want to get my account suspended. But check out this website, folks. Check it out. I'll give you the URL one more time again. It's www.thecounterfeitreport.com. Check it out. It's great. I love it. Now people say, well, if you didn't, it's so much, you love it so much, how come you didn't check? This was spontaneous. Somebody told me that it could be an authenticated one. I don't know. I didn't do 100% research on it, but it looked real to me, and that's why I'm sharing with you guys. Looks could be very deceiving, okay? But you know what? eBay took it off. I'm very happy, and again, thank you so much, eBay, for doing that favor. Believe me, thank you so much. Check it out, okay? And let's see what else we got going on here. I'm just trying to get out of this window here without knocking somebody else out. Let's see. All right, this one here. In regards to returns, this is eBay's return policy here. What I don't like, this is what I did want to say. I'm going to bump out here really quick and then going to bump back in again. What I don't like about how eBay does certain things with their new eBay return policy. When I really think about it, no matter what you put in there as a seller, it doesn't make a difference. As far as I'm concerned, that was one of my topics. eBay doesn't honor, not in this topic, but I'm adding it later on. It doesn't honor the seller's return policies. They don't. This printer that I put up for sale on eBay, I put in there plain as day. Item not works for parts. Okay, for parts not working. I put in there. I put in my ad, my description on the tagline as well. So when you look at it, you'll see it. It's right there. When you go with, let's say you didn't read the description, but it's right there on the description line. And I put in the description, same thing. for parts not working. I also put in there all sales final. It don't matter. It don't matter, folks, because the way I see it, eBay doesn't seem to honor that. But again, I could be wrong. I did call up when I did speak to the teammate in regards to the purse, I did inquire about that. And I said, look, I got this message, get this item returned to me. I said, I put it in there in plain sight that it says on there for parts not working, and they're sending it back. And I also told them that I contacted the buyer. And I'm going to show you the letter I contacted with them. So let's go back over here again. And the letter should be right over here. Okay, this is the letter I wrote to the person. All right. And I'm asking them basically, hey, could you help me out with the shipping at least? Because, with this 30-day free shipping thing, that don't help me. I mean, I'm going to be I'm losing money. All right. I mean, first of all, I didn't make any sales for September. If I did, was that 2 sales, 1 sale, whatever? I wrote to the buyer, I am contacting you in hopes that we could work something out. However, the returned item, without even, however, you returned the item without even contacting me. I had in my description, this item is being sold for parts not working, and that all sales are final. Now with eBay's return policy in place, as a seller, I'm responsible for the shipping, return shipping. And then it goes on to say here, I feel this is not fair, considering the description clearly states for parts not working, and that it had all sales final. Right? I would kindly ask, due to the nature of this transaction, it would be fair to say that the buyer should pay for return shipping. I'm a small-time seller and make very little sales, and to pay on the out shipping costs is not right. If you would have contacted me prior returning this year, I could have worked out a partial refund and let you keep the item. Unfortunately, it is in transit. I would kindly hope that you could work with me on this matter, so it could be fair to both of us. Thank you for your time, Richard J. Pasini. Now, whether the person going to do it or not, I doubt it. Okay, but see, here's the thing I'm trying to say. With their new policy, it doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter because with their policy, they could send it back. Here's another window here. Okay, this was here. I typed into Google eBay's returns. This is what it came up. If an item is received and doesn't match the description, I understand that, or the original listing, or if it arrived faulty and damaged, you're covered under the eBay money back guarantee. You can return an item even if the seller returns policy, even if the seller's return policy says don't accept returns. So you really don't have a say in the matter, according to this. Okay, but they are changing things up there. There's a little gray area there. Okay, to be honest with you, there's a little gray area. Let's get out of here and simplify returns, and then what the options are for the returns here. Okay, there's a couple topics here. Okay, let's see here. Let's start with this one first. Simplify returns, what you need to know. We're reducing the number of return policy options. Top-rated sales will be required to offer 30-day free returns to be eligible to receive the top-rated plus discount and the badge. Some categories or exceptions apply. Okay, and then you read down here, simplified. It says the streamlined simplified. It says streamlined return policies starting May 2018. We'll streamline our return policy options, buyers' expectations, and continuously evolving, and we strive to deliver a return experience that is consistent and competitive with the changing marketplace. Our simplified return policy options will help drive retail standard returns experience for the buyers and may boost your sales. Right. We recommend that you begin changing your return policies now. The 5 return policy options will be: no returns accepted, 30-day buyer paid returns, 30-day free returns, 60-day buyer paid returns, and 60-day free returns. Restocking fees will no longer be for return option. Starting June 1st, 2018, when you offer free returns, you will have a greater control to manage your business, and you decide to issue partial refunds to buyers. Now, The guy already sent it back to me. Well, it's on its way back. So I can't even offer him a partial refund. And let's say he says, well, you go, oh, okay, yeah, by a second thought, I'll do it. Am I going to pay to return it? No way. I'm going to tell the person, if that is the case, if this buyer, I ain't going to respond yet, but if this buyer does want that, he decides, okay, I'll do that. You got to pay, you have to pay the shipping. I say, forget about it. Case closed. But I'm going to contact eBay and find out because I feel I'm at right with this here. I shouldn't have to pay return shipping. The buyer put in there, described, what do you call it? What do you call that? He said, put in there, defective, not working. You know, or something along that line. Of course it's defective. That's why I put in there for parts not working. You know. But anyway, I'll let you know how that plays out. I'll keep you updated on it there. Again, you can go to eBay and just look for simplified returns. All right, we got that one there. Let's close this out. And here's shipping and returns. And this is on the eBay community. Okay, it goes on to say what options are given to buyers as a reason for returning under the hassle-free returns. Look, I offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. You know, I can understand that people say you don't want something or whatever, they change their mind. But, you know, if you're going to buy it to try it out or you're uncertain and stuff like that, I'd rather you go to another seller, to be honest with you. I know it sounds kind of crazy to say that, but it's true. Because you're going to buy something, and when I'm offering the 30-day free returns, if you get it and you say, I don't care for this, you're going to send it back. I got to pay the return shipping. I mean, that's not fair to me. I mean, I'm losing money that way. Okay? I'm not going to expand too much on this here, but over here it says, because I want to come to a closing with this eventually, it says over here, this person acknowledges that the buyer doesn't need a reason to return an item. Okay? This is what the eBay community. It's only one. Person posted a question, someone answered it. That's it. All right. So, let's get out of that one. Let's stay with eBay right now. This is the holiday playbook I was talking about. Your guide to tips and trends for more sales this season. Yes. And what a season it's been. Deadsville, USA. Anyway, it says prepare for the holidays. Your breakdown of what action you take and when. And then it's got 3 sets here. Phases, your mindset, your buyer's mindset. Pre-holiday. I'm going to start sourcing for the holiday and move some inventory into the end of season sales. And then it goes on to say they're interested in the summer sales and back to school deals. You know, I tried a lot of this stuff, folks. If any of you have tried any of these type of things, these recommendations that eBay gives you, can you please share it with us? Because I'm curious to know if any of this stuff is actually working for people, because I tried a lot of this stuff here and it doesn't seem to help. I mean, they give you dates and then they give you your mindset, you know. Here, like this other one here, one more I'm going to read. And my listings my listings in perfect shape, ready for holiday early birds. Okay, it says your buyer's mindset. They want end of summer and fall sales, and are already planning gifts, toys, and fashion for the latest tech. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you guys, like I said again, I'm just sharing this out there. I'm throwing it out there for you. It's the holiday playbook. And it says right over here, your guide to tips and trends for more sales this season. If they would only buy. That's the thing, right? That's the only thing. Let's bump out of here. Oh, wait, what's this one here? Okay, let's bump out of here. The eBay community also offers, no, not that one there. Selling tips and inspirations. Okay, when you go to the eBay community, this is where I picked it up. They got these little things that scroll across here. This is where it says YouTube for eBay sellers. So when you click it on, it brings you to this window here. And they don't really have too many videos up. Anyway, they must have just started something. They got to be doing something right. They got 3,527 subscribers. These are the videos right now, I guess, that are available to check out. This was done 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 days ago. How to take photos that sizzle and sell. Right. You can check that out. You go to youtube.com and you just type in selling tips and inspiration from eBay and you'll get to that point there. And this one here, let's close this guy out. And this one here is the, I think we went over that one there. The eBay community, you could check this one out too, folks. You could read the latest post. I'm going to refresh the screen right now and see what's going on, because this is always being updated. These are for 9/29. These are for today, some of these updates. Let's see what else I got here. The latest news. If you want to find out what's going on, what other buyers and sellers are referring to or talking about, why don't you come to the eBay community and get involved? You go to start a discussion. I have gotten discussions with these people over here, the community. It's a member-to-member thing. And you might be surprised, what kind of information's out there and what these people are complaining about. Okay? Copyright violations, restocking fee, item shipment, PayPal case, or unauthorized transaction. Buy it now, potential problems. I've not received item. Just in regards to that one there about talking about this person here that says have not received item. You might want to do this. You know what? I'll touch bases after, but I just want to get into this really quick, and I'm going to come back to that. All right, let me just do this last one here, folks. I just want to share this before I get sidetracked, which I'm already sidetracked. This the site here I always talk about in a lot of my listings, downdetector.com. You could see the resolved issues by clicking on here for September 24th, the problems at eBay. Now this has gone up. This was like, the other day I think it was like 68 or 65%. The website issues or most reported problems is the website. And this is with eBay. Okay, this ain't with anybody else. This is with eBay. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It went up to 72% for the website problems. Checkout was 16% and login was 12%. Okay, and if you read along here, you can read some of the things here. This was put out 18 hours ago. It says totally dead on Friday night. Guess everyone's eating sushi or at the movies. eBay sucks. Macari's slow too lately. It said, did you read this from 9/25 announcements? eBay begins managing payments. It scares the, out of me. And some points are a joke, like benefits for sellers, low payment processing fees, daily payouts directly to your bank accounts of choice, more ways to grow with new business funding options, one place to go for customer service. Look, I don't want to knock them, and for a simple reason is, it may be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't say for sure about how this is going to work out. I do prefer PayPal, and I still hope it stays in place for a while until, I don't know if they're going to eventually fade it out. I believe they are. But then again, I heard on eBay Radio, that will be a choice. So if the people that use the new payment method, they got a choice to either use that or PayPal. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out. I don't really like the idea of eBay managing my payments because I could do my own. I'm a big boy now. I know how to do that. I'm not really too crazy about that, but we're going to see where it goes. We're going to see how that goes. But anyway, I highly recommend the site, guys. I think you should check it out pretty much on a daily basis. Read the comments. Read what other people are complaining about. Amazing. It's amazing. I don't want to read it. You can keep loading more comments up here. You could read this all day. I know I can. And I find it kind of fascinating to what people are talking about. And what I like about coming to Down Detector or any of these type of sites is, for a simple reason, is they're telling you things that exist, but they're non-existing to me in some cases. Like if there are people saying they're having problems with their pictures disappearing, I haven't had that. The only complaint I had with eBay, and I notified them multiple times, was the no views. And I noticed I haven't seen that on mine, but I think there are certain people or certain little collation of people that are saying that in some cases they're not getting views. I haven't heard that recently, but it wasn't affecting me for some reason. I mean, at one point it got corrected, and once it got corrected on my end, well, at least on my system, for me, I didn't notice that anymore about the no view situation. So it is what it is. But definitely check it out, folks. All right, and getting back to this one over here, that's what I want to talk about. I'm going to get out of here. I have not received the item. I'm going to bump out of here. Let me just click here and just make this bigger. I had an issue like this once before. Somebody, I think, was on that site where they were talking about they have not received an item or the item received damaged, whatever. And my take on that, folks, was when you're sending stuff out, I use the rule, the $100 rule, whatever. Always send it out. Of course, with eBay, you get the delivery tracking information, which is good. If you're selling something out $100 or more, if it's a watch, if it's jewelry, I think the cost to insure it is like either $3 or whatever. I know I have the paper in here somewhere, and I think the signature delivery I think is like $2 and change, something like that. My suggestion is, especially if you're going to package a small little box, insure it, put the insurance on it, have the buyer sign for it. That's the only way it's going to protect you. You're going to have delivery tracking, but you know what? With the delivery and tracking, things could happen. It could be and let me tell you something. There's been stories where people, I got this thing called the patch where I live in my town. It's called the patch. And it's a neighborhood patch. Basically what it is people will go onto this website and it will talk about certain things. They talk about they got free items they're selling or free things, they've got free listings, whatever, right? So you can get things for free or you could pay for them. But within the neighborhood, it's a neighborhood patch they call it. And reading in that there, people are saying, have anybody been having the same situation? I'm getting packages stolen from my property, from my porch. Now, that is a possibility. That is a probability, and it does happen. My take is this. Okay, so people may say, well, that's all fine and Jim dandy. No, it'll work if you want to protect a specific item. If it's priority mail, when the letter carrier gets it, I seen him do it right before my eyes. Like I caught him like after he put the package in the door. After he scans it, you can hear the thing go beep. He scans it. He puts it in. He'll open the door if it's a thin package and leave it in there between the glass door, the storm door, and the regular door. I seen that happen. Somebody could see that, walk up to your front porch, take the package out, and adios, they're gone. Now, the only way you can circumvent a problem like that, and it's very basic common sense. First, if it's an expensive item, all right, now, if it's $100 and you want to insure it, I would, okay? But here's what you're going to do. You're going to tag that price in to your shipping cost. So don't sit there and say, wait a minute, it's going to cost me $3.99 now. I got to lay out money. No, you don't lay out money out of your pocket. You're going to incorporate that in your pricing, in your shipping cost. And you could tell a person, I do. I would say, this item is going to cost a little more. It's going to cost a little more because I'm going to include signature delivery and it's going to be insured. And this way you get the buyer a head up and say, okay, they're going to have to sign for it. Okay, the letter carrier, from what I understand, will not leave it there. He can't leave a package that requires signature delivery on the porch. If he does, he can get in trouble for that there. Okay, you're paying for that service. Okay, so when you put signature delivery on that item, there should be no reason whatsoever that you have not received, or a person or the buyer should say, have not received the item. Because the postal carrier, the letter carrier, if he rings your doorbell and says, I got a package for you, you need to sign for it. You physically got to sign for that item. So that little thing, that little step, or take that little measure, what is it say, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, that should control or stop the people who are saying, I've not received an item. Do it on things that are expensive. If you're selling a laptop, anything over $100 and above. If it's $50, 50 and below, right? 50 and below, and you're sending out priority mail, it's tracked and insured automatically. You're covered up to $50. So if I'm selling a printer, like that printer I sold was under $50. If it got back damaged, I have it insured. I had to put a claim in once before for something like that. For a ceramic lamp. It got broken because the Postal Service didn't handle it properly. It was mishandled. All I know is when I had it packed, styrofoamed and everything else, you could have dropped that thing off the back of a truck, literally, not saying literally, but you could have dropped it off a high place and it wouldn't have got broke. This thing got there, was chipped, broke, and cracked. But the Post Office made good. And keep this in mind, though. When you do put in for a claim, I'm using the ceramic lamp. That's the first one I put in for as a claim. The Postal Service does not pay you for your shipping. They pay for what the item's sold for. So just giving you a heads up. So if you're thinking, well, at least that's the way it worked for me. But if you're thinking, oh, the Postal Service is going to pay my shipping to, in other words, if I sell an item for $50 and the item's $25 and the shipping was, let's say, $25, I'm going to get $50. No, you're not. According to them, you're not getting that $50, but you're not getting that $25 returned. Not enough for shipping. I'm using that as an example. 25 and 20, 25 for shipping, 25 for the item. You're going to get the only $25 for the item. So you'll be out of the shipping, especially if you refunded the buyer everything. Okay, you're going to be out of that $25. All right, so keep that in mind. I think a lot of people in the illusion, oh well, it's up to $50. Yeah, the item, from what I understand, the item is insured up to $50, but not the shipping. That's what they told me. Now, unless I'm hearing conflicting stories from different reps over there, that's what I was told. We only pay you for the item, that value of the item, what it's sold for. And I had to give them, I had the faxing, I think I faxed over or emailed them, papers showing, from the transaction sheet from eBay, because the lady, the person who put a return in, had pictures, and you could see, there was, I think, 7 pictures, all in different positions, cracked, this was cracked, or whatever. And I had to send that to the Postal Service in order for them to cut me a check. But I got my money back for it. I mean, that part, minus the shipping. But something's better than nothing. At least I got something back. It wasn't a total loss. So keep that in mind, folks. Anyway, I just want to say, in closing this video out, I hope you got some information out of it. For those who are new to the channel, again, I just want to say thank you for subscribing. I hope you get a takeaway from it. This channel, as I said in the early opening, it's to help inspire and share through social media. And that's what I'm all about, and that's what the channel is all about. So if you want to be updated, folks, on different topics, I cover different things of interest. Okay, I got over what, I don't know, 600. What is it? Is it 600 videos? I don't know. Whatever it is, I got quite a lot of videos out there. And if you got the time, you could just pan through them, check them out, see what they're all about. You might like them. Hopefully, you could like, share, and comment. And that's another thing. I welcome comments as long as they're nice comments. They're not mean. Because I don't respond to mean comments. I'm just being, no, but seriously. I mean, if someone's going to come on there and curse me out or anything, or say stupid things about me, I'm not going to respond to you. I'm just going to delete the message. No, the reason I'm saying is because I was on a. It's kind of sad. I was on another website, a YouTube channel, and this person was trying to talk about coach, but how to identify or authenticate coach bags or whatever. And folks, I was reading some of the comments. They were making fun of this person. It's terrible. It really is. It's terrible. Nobody, the person was a good sport. They were very diplomatic in their response to these. But, folks, people don't go on YouTube to create these videos to be made fun of or to be, people make, sarcastic remarks. It's not fair. They shouldn't do that. And when I was reading some of the comments that people wrote, I was like, that's so cruel. It's terrible. They're actually making fun of the person, and that's not right. I mean, like I said again, I say this, I give a heads up. I've said this in my other videos in regards to comments and shares or whatever. And I'll say it in this one too. If there are people out there that plan or want to say anything stupid about me, name calling, or make any derogative statements, make fun of, whatever, I just want to throw this out there. I won't respond to your comments. I will just delete them and move on. Okay? After seeing what that poor person went through, I would have just taken them off. I wouldn't even leave those comments, to be honest with you, because they were kind of like disrespectful to the person, the creator. That was the creator's channel. Very disrespectful, very cruel and mean. And I'll be honest with you, anybody responds to me, name calling, whatever, I'm not going to get into a cyber war. I said this before in my other videos. I will not get into a cyber war with anybody. And if anybody's got any ideas like that, I'm gonna give this guy a piece of my mind. I'm gonna let him know what I think of him. Don't waste your time, because I won't be responding to them. I'm just going to delete them. So you'll only be wasting keystrokes. You'll be wasting your time, believe me. And yeah, you might say, well, you're going to have to read it. Well, yeah, I'll look at it, but I'm going to also hit the delete button, remove button. So I'm not going to get involved with a cyber war. I didn't create this channel to be made fun of or name called or whatever, like they're doing to that person there that they let you create. That's terrible. I didn't do that for that. I'm doing this channel because I want to help people out. I love helping people out. Help, that's what it's all about. I call it his initiative. Help, inspire, and share. And to leave you with this, if you're looking for a channel where you're going to get straight information, the facts right from the website, not for me just picking stuff out of the air, you might want to subscribe to this channel. Okay, and you will be updated on new stuff that comes out. I pull information off of websites, folks, for those who knew. I get Google alerts. I get a whole bunch of different resources in regards to retailing. This particular one I'm talking about today is basically focused on eBay. Now, the reseller news, when I do the reseller news, that's always going to be talking about different topics, different things that go on within eBay. And sometimes I throw segues in there to other things. Okay, but if you want to learn or you want to be abreast of certain things that come up, you're going to have to hit that notification bell. Subscribe, like, comment, whatever, and hit that bell. That's the only way you're going to know. If you don't want to, because you feel like if you hit that bell, you're going to get too many. Because I try to do the reseller news is going to probably come up later on because I like to do a reseller news weekends. Okay, hopefully that'll be cryptic and short. I don't want to talk too much on that because I covered quite a bit of stuff today, but I do reseller weekends, and I do that, like I said, Saturday and Sunday. I look and see how much feedback I'm getting from the other resources I get, and then I will do the reseller news. So you might, if you're watching this now, you may, if you are a subscriber, if you hit that notification bell, you'll probably get another one about the reseller news. Okay, but anyway, thank you so much for you taking the time out of your busy day. I do appreciate you checking out my video. Again, I hope you like what you get out of it. I hope you get a takeaway from it. And the only way you're gonna, grow together with this here, as far as like, learning about reselling or just in general about eBay, whatever. Again, you're gonna have to subscribe. I can't hit that button. Only you can. Thank you again. Until next time, my name is Rich Pasini. Today is September 29, 2018. Thanks again for tuning in. If I don't talk to you soon, have a great weekend. Bye-bye now.